It's time now for Keller at Large. Here's Jon Keller.
Well, good morning. Thanks very much for joining us. What's up with our local and national economy, with labor management relations, and with Wall Street's antipathy toward our very own Senator Elizabeth Warren? Let's talk about as much of that as we can get to this morning with our guest, Peter Cohan, a lecturer on strategy and entrepreneurship at Babson College, and author most recently of Scaling Your Startup, Mastering the 4 Stages from Idea to $10 billion. Peter, welcome.
Thank you.
Good to have you.
Nice to be here again.
I'm almost at my 10 billion. I'll have to read your book so I can get over the hump.
Get that extra 500 million.
Yeah, right. Maybe I can get some new suits.
Exactly. No, your suits are great. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Thank you. So here at home and across the country, most of us have been enjoying a long period of economic prosperity, but it feels like that is drawing to a close. The dashboard lights are flashing here. Just last week, we learned the economy grew only 1.9% in the third quarter. That's the second worst quarter of the Trump era. Business investment is down 3%, the second straight quarter of decline, and so on. What's going on?
The tariffs and the uncertainty about how it's going to resolve itself. A lot of companies are doing business in China. It's a huge market. And the uncertainty around what's going to happen with our relationship with China is causing businesses to say, wait a minute, there's just too much uncertainty. I'm going to cut back on investment. And some of our local companies, for instance, a company that I've written a lot about is called IPG Photonics. It's located in Worcester County. It makes fiber lasers. And since last year, their stock has lost over half its value as the tariffs and the trade war has cut into their business. They just reported their most recent results, and their Chinese revenues were down 30%.
Well, aren't the U.S. and China about to sign at least a partial agreement?
I have no idea. It's impossible to know. I mean, I would just anecdotally, I saw that the Washington Post did a report that every day Trump has on average lied 13 times. So who knows what's true?
Well, how big a damper on the economy is the credibility or lack of it in the White House?
Well, it does have an effect on business decision-making. There's no question about that. Businesses do not like uncertainty. They can't decide. They don't know what's going to happen, so they're not doing things that they would otherwise do if they were confident in what was going to happen. And, I mean, if there's any good news, it's that the consumer spending, which accounts for 2/3 of economic growth, has gone up, although it went up 4.5% in the previous quarter. It was only up to 2.9% in this quarter. And with tariffs on things like I was listening to how Parmesan cheese now has a big tariff on it, so the cost of Parmesan cheese is going to go up.
I mean, no one disputes the fact that China's been a bad actor on trade issues, on monetary issues. The Democrats are very outspoken about their criticism of China's economic behavior. What went wrong with the Trump approach to China? Or is it their fault at all?
I think it's the basic problem is that Trump has to try to get reelected, whereas the premier in China is premier for life. Yeah. So he doesn't have any reason to care what Trump is saying. Whatever he says. So this
hardball with the tariffs was ill-advised?
It's going to just hurt America more than it's going to hurt us.
Wow.
I mean, hurt them.
Yeah. Boy, bad news. All right.